Hey guys, it's Kay. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, hello. My name is Kay. I'm a professional home organizer and soprano here in the Boston area, and I'm here to inspire you to live a more organized life. So today we are going to do part two of my kitchen organization project. So in the first video, I did a couple of kitchen drawers. I'm very happy with the way that they have been set up. I'm loving them. But this time I want to do the remaining kitchen drawers and clean up some of the cabinets. So I'll show you what I'm working with. This is going to be a big project for me, I think. So before I start, I got a couple of products for my project and I had to wait for these, which is why I didn't do it last week. I had to get some more drawer liner. This is easy liner. I love this liner. I have another color in one of the drawers right now. I might switch it out, but I might not. I don't really care about the color. But and then I have some bamboo drawer dividers. I happen to really like these. I have some shallower ones in the drawer, which I'll show you in a second, but these are the taller ones. And I got 2 packages of them. So I have 4 altogether. And then I have a couple of empty water hyacinth bins. And I think there's another little plastic bin underneath there. Yeah. So I'm gonna be using those today in my project. So if you're new to my channel, this is my brand new kitchen. We've only been living in this apartment for 4 months, maybe 3 months, I don't know, since February 1st. So there are a number of things I haven't done yet. So these 2 drawers, well, maybe mainly this one, is pretty organized. It's basically my prep drawer. I'll show it to you. So in this drawer, I have all of my prep stuff from when I'm prepping food, and I'm very happy with the way that this turned out. I've been using it for a couple of weeks, and it's been really, really great. Underneath here, there's also the spice drawer situation, and also extra utensils and stuff. So this works fine. But in this drawer, it's kind of a mishmash of things. It's not bad. It's actually like straining stuff and colanders. But I want to organize this just a little bit more, so I may take advantage of some of those organizers if there's any left. The main thing I want to do with the organizers is sort of get control of the plates and bowls that are here, and also what in the Tiger Woods is going on down here. Like what I have, like new pans that I haven't opened yet that I ordered from Amazon. I have like, it's not good. So I'm gonna make sure that I take very good before footage so that I can get nice after footage. But this is basically some food storage, mostly produce storage. And I kind of like that that's down here, but we'll see what happens during my process. The other thing I'm going to organize is this particular cabinet. This is where glasses are, and I have some stuff that doesn't belong in here because just a couple of days ago, my husband and I finally hung these 2 bar shelves. This one is for liquor and glasses, and this one is for wine. So we finally did this project after months of having them just sit on this table. So some of the stuff that I'm going to take out of that cabinet actually is supposed to belong here. If you want to see this project completed, I'm going to do that in another video, but preview. So basically this cabinet is glasses and pitchers, and there's some extra alcohol up there too that doesn't belong. So and travel water bottles. But since a lot of this stuff is going away, I need to repurpose these shelves, but I think I'm going to move some mugs from this cabinet, which is our coffee station, into here because the coffee station and tea station is getting a little bit out of control. So this is our coffee and tea station, and it's just getting a little bit crowded because of all of the stuff. So I think if I move the mugs out of there, I'll have a nice palette for me to work with. I also want to tidy up this cabinet as well and put some liner down in all of these cabinets. There's just extra spices up there and more prep stuff. So I may move some prep items into this cabinet, or like move the spices down here, the extra spices. That actually makes more sense. Actually, that makes a heck of a lot of sense. Why don't I do that? Those are like popcorn spices. The bottles are super cute. And last but not least, I really have to clean up the pantry because it looks bad. So since we've got pandemic food, we've got a lot of extra stuff going on in this pantry, and it's looking a little bit roughed up, and I just want to do a little bit of neatening and rearranging because we got extra dry goods that I actually haven't decanted yet. And if you're not familiar with the channel, I love to decant dry goods into clear containers so that you can see how much you have inside. You can keep them free of bugs, etc., etc. But we've managed to somehow get our hands on wild rice, which I couldn't find for a while, and also short grain brown rice, which was also elusive for a long time. And I've got the oldest banana I've ever seen there. I think, ooh, it's very mushy. Ooh, I think I'm actually gonna throw it out. Usually I feel like if it's like still solid, oh yeah, it's okay. But like this one, I think this one is starting to like become alcohol. Sorry, banana. Anyway, we've got some, what is this? Is this, oh, it's bulgur. Yeah, so we're almost out of bulgur. And there's beans that I probably won't decant, but we'll see. So I gotta clean this up just a little bit. And so I'm just gonna get started.
The thing I find about kitchens is that when you organize them, the best way to sort of start to organize them is actually to live in the kitchen for a while. When we moved in, I just basically unpacked all of my stuff. I put it in a place where I thought it would work, and then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna live with this for a while and see what happens. And I think I've found my rhythm. I moved a couple of shelves around and decided that this cabinet could not be a problem child anymore. It was basically a, I guess, drinks cabinet for glasses and portable water vessels that we would carry, or hot beverage vessels. I lined the bottom shelf with the easy liner just because I wanted to put the glasses there, so I thought it would be a nice surface for them to land on. And then next, I decided to take all of the stuff out of the coffee cabinet and tea cabinet, and you guys, this cabinet is still a lot of trouble. I don't know what I'm gonna do ultimately with this space, because we do drink a lot of coffee and tea, but since it's quarantine and we're not really supposed to go out to the store very often, we're buying such large quantities of K-cups and tea that I'm having trouble keeping up with it all. That we've just got like big boxes of tea and lots of boxes of K-cups, and it just took up a lot more space than I thought. This drawer, though, very satisfying. I cleaned out the dust that was in there and lined the shelves with the easy liner. Boy, I hate cutting that, because you never really get an exact perfect fit if you don't try real hard like I do. But I mean, it's good enough. And I was very excited to use my bamboo drawer organizers. Lippert is a really amazing company if you're not familiar with them. They make really awesome like wood things, including like Lazy Susans and drawer organizers and shelves. And I think their stuff is really awesome. So I wanted to do the same thing in this drawer. This drawer was a disaster and a half. I don't know what was going on there. It just was the place where things went to die. So I lined that one as well, and I put just some random stuff in there, like the rest of our food storage organizers and some plates. It seems like a really random place for those food storage organizers to go, but it actually works really well for us because they're kind of bulky. And then I moved on to the next cabinet where the spices were, and I discovered there was kosher salt everywhere. Oh my goodness.
Okay, midway check-in. Look at the nonsense I've got going on over here. I hope I'm going to be able to shoot both videos today, but I've got trash there. Some glasses out, and the leftover containers that I didn't use or I'm going to reuse somewhere else are there. But I have put the remaining drawer organizer in there, and these are like cooking things that go in the microwave, so I figured they'd be good down there. These are all the colanders and straining things. This is a straining thing. This is like a little, I mean, it just goes with it, but this is a colander, just based on, what I'm doing. Like I can stick this in a pot like that and go like that. It's really cool. But, and this is like a mini herb spinner, and our major big salad spinner is in the sink right now, but it's gonna go right there. So I put the final drawer organizer in. These are all like slicing items, and this is stuff for the oven and the stove, like pot holders, trivets, all kinds of business. And also this is for cutting produce. I should probably put this in, well, it's not for cutting produce, it's for drying produce. This would be a really good thing to put in this prep drawer. I wonder if I can slip it like back here where the scales are. We'll see how it works. Anyway, this is a prep drawer. This is not a prep drawer, but that just makes sense there. Oops, that just makes sense there. So that's that. What are you doing? Where you had your nose in my shoe. What are you doing? So I just have to move on to the pantry, and I think that'll be the last thing I do.
Kitchens are one of the more difficult places to organize because the kitchen is the hub of the home, and most people in their homes spend the most time in here. It's like either in the kitchen or in the living room, I find. So there's a lot of like goings on, there's a lot of coming and going and putting away and taking out of things, so it can get really insane really quickly. Just be patient with yourself and organizing your kitchen. Again, I think you have to live with this space for a while before really figuring out what's going to work for your space. So because that way you'll learn your general habits and how you operate in your kitchen. Some places I have specifically chosen to chop vegetables, and it's like one place on the counter where I like to chop and prep food. So I've discovered that that's where I want to store all of my knives and cutting boards so that they're close to the place where I actually will use them. Even though I have a lot of counter space to choose from, I chose one particular spot in my kitchen to do that. So that's where I store my items. So basically, organizing your space based on your own behavior is usually what I recommend, and that usually works a lot better than finding some stuff on Pinterest, trying to recreate it, and then finding out it doesn't work for your family because it looks pretty, but it's not practical for you. So finding solutions that are practical for you and your family is the way to go. And if they look pretty at the end of the day, that's a really great bonus. Working on this pantry is always really frustrating because it's just such a big space. I love having a pantry, but oh my gosh, it's so much stuff. We got everything in there. We've got all the cookbooks, we've got the Clover food, we've got the food storage containers. I lost patience with myself about halfway through, but I kept pushing through because I wanted to get it done, and I did.
Okay, I think I'm done for today. Look at all of the bar stuff that's there. I'm getting ready to do that next after I am finished this, but I'm finished with the kitchen for today. Now, I'll show you this cabinet first. This was the like oils, vinegars and stuff cabinet. So this is a strange cabinet, but I think it works really well. I moved these baking and like cooking things up there because I don't really use those very much, and they weren't really getting used there, so I just want to make sure that I can see them. That little blue container is actually full of cheese making items. During the quarantine, we've been trying a bunch of things, and my husband made mozzarella cheese. It was actually really good, so it's all like cheese making things up there. And that is a machine that I have not tried yet, but it's a cutting, slicing machine. And in this container, I have all of the rest of the spare spices. I moved them down because I was getting so tired of getting up and trying on a step stool and getting it to that shelf. So I don't have to look at how ugly all the bottles are. I just put them in this bin and I labeled them all very crudely with a Sharpie and some cut up Post-it notes. We do go through these very much. I do have some duplicates, partially because we moved, and when we were in between houses, we bought extra spices because we packed our pantry and didn't want to unpack it. But we do go through these pretty regularly. So I know that I think I've got a duplicate of cumin here. Yeah, I've got cumin here, but also cumin here. But cumin we go through a lot. So I'm going to use most of these up, and this is just where they live, and this is going to work for me. Down here in this under shelf, I've got some special spices. This is a Cajun spice that my husband made, and we've got some special spices that my friend gave me up here. I don't really use this very much, but I'm getting ready to. And we've got, of course, the Old Bay seasoning and the Bojangles French fry seasoning. A client actually gave me the Bojangles French fry seasoning because I think she had 4 of them, and she was like, please take one. And I was like, of course I will take one. And then we've just got some bigs like salt and pepper. And this is a big old thing of chili powder that I had to get off Amazon because I don't know why I couldn't find chili powder anywhere at the market during the quarantine. It's just really weird, the things that are out of stock. Like, it's just so strange. Anyway, this is the vinegars and basically, well, it's basically just vinegars, isn't it? There's some honey there too. And this is basically oils and some seasonings. So with like pizza seasoning and like the little popcorn things that are just so cute. So that lives there, and I like this a whole lot better. I think we're gonna function a lot better. I'll show you this drawer again. It's for the big space again for the salad spinner. And this is everything that's like slicing and mashing items over here. So I've organized them by function, and that works really well. So we've got, you know, things like the salad spinner and little colanders. This, I do use all these things. I don't think I'm insane, but I cook a lot, and I find each one of them uniquely useful. So don't drag me in the comments. Maybe except for these. These I just have really just because they're cute. But I do use this because it's Loch Ness Monster. Isn't that cute? Yeah, it's really dumb, but it makes me happy, and it's not taking up that much space. That's the popcorn cooker. That is the little thing that goes over the microwave when you put your plate in, so your stuff doesn't explode everywhere. I don't always use it, but my husband does. And this is of course, the oven mitts and trivets next to the oven where they belong. And then in this one, we have the drawer organizer, and I just stuck the rest of my food storage items here, and the serving plates and bowls, and like this is mainly like party stuff. I didn't want to put all the way up there because that's the party area. I might move it eventually, but for now I'm happy that it's here. This is actually an ice cream tub, so I have to make some ice cream soon. We got extra egg keeper. This is all for like lettuce and things like that. And they've got an extra one of these. So I'm excited to put something else in there. And probably my favorite is this with the plates and bowls so they don't go all over the place. I love that they don't move now because of the drawer liner. That makes me so happy. And because I took all the alcohol and drink glasses out of this cabinet, this looks much more organized, and only the things that we really need to grab are at the level I need to grab them at. The water bottles and travel mugs I use a lot because I'm a singer. This is very satisfying right here. Look at the big, medium, and then little. But that's very satisfying for me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hey. 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 You're interrupting. Yes, you are. What are you barking at? What's the problem? What's going on? What's the tea? This, meh, it functions. It's not super pretty, but it functions. It's got like the things I need on a daily basis, like Hello Keurig cups. I need those. And yeah, extra Keurig cups down here in this guy, and then like the backups all the way up there. So it works. It's a little crowded, but whatever, it's fine. And I do have an official pantry tour on my channel, so if you want a really detailed version of this tour, but I'm just gonna give you a really sweet and short overview. I fixed it and it doesn't look nearly as horrible now. So I just added this little bin for these little packets, and then because you guys said something in the last video, I've separated my onions and garlic from my potatoes, and so far it's working pretty well. So I think that is a thing. But anyway, there is my pantry looking so much more organized and cheerful. So 100% I will go back at some point and redo the space and zhuzh it up to make it look even more organized and better, or maybe something won't function. So if you're organizing a space and you use it for a while and you find that it's not super useful, or that you've made your job in the kitchen harder than easier, go ahead and try something new. There's more than one way to solve a puzzle, so stay optimistic. I hope this inspired you to organize your kitchen and get it really functional for you. I hope you're having a great morning, great afternoon, great evening, wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.